My name is Jeff St. Laurent. I help coaches transition to a full-time business. I've been doing this for over 20 years, since 2004. And I want to share a little bit quickly today. I got a message from someone in my email, and it was another business coach, and they were helping coaches grow their business, scale their business, et cetera, et cetera. And I get these quite often in my DMs with social media, in my email, et cetera. And I suspect that you do too. And you're inundated with your ads everywhere on social media and email, and all these offers and how to help you create six figures, five-figure, multiple five-figure results, scale your business, sell high-ticket item offers, et cetera, et cetera. And where my frustration comes with today that I want to share with you, and this is not a rant of like, oh, I'm just frustrated. This is about a solution that I want to share with you. Is as I was reviewing one of these offers that a coach was sharing with me and saying how I'd be a perfect fit, and can I take 2 to 3 clients in the next week, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like, you know what? I always keep an open mind, because you never know what it's going to bring your way. And so I kept an open mind, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, well, tell me a little bit more specifically why you're reaching out to me. What did you see about what I offer? Because they said they looked at my website, et cetera, et cetera. And they wrote me back, and they're like, oh, and they gave me a sufficient answer. And I'm like, okay, well, tell me, what are you looking for? Before I'm going to get on a call with somebody, whatever, I'm like, tell me specifically why you're looking to connect with me, and what are you looking for? And they sent me a link to a video, and it was like a 6.5-minute video. And they're like, have a listen. And it was a person in a video, sharing a spiel like it was to you individually, but they're obviously doing this with many, many people. Whatever, it's all good. I'm keeping a very open mind, because I'm like, what if this is something that's actually fantastic and exciting? Or if this is someone that I really connect with, and we can partner together or do something. And as I'm watching the video, I'm just like, I was probably about 3 minutes in, and I'm like, what are you even talking about? Like, what are you talking about? I did not understand where they were going. And then it started to turn me off, because it's just like, it was all about, getting you cash, getting cash in your business, getting cash fast, getting, money in your bank by 2 p.m. every day. And I watched the whole thing, and I was, holding back from like bashing anything. And I was just like, but at the end of the video, I'm just like, I don't even understand what you're sharing with me. I don't even understand what you're asking me. I don't even understand what we'd be doing together. I don't even understand how you can help me. There was nothing about it that was helpful, that I understood. And I wrote back, and I said, I'm like, thanks for sharing this with me. I just watched the video, and to be quite honest with you, I don't even understand what you can do, or how you can help me, or how we could partner together, or anything for that matter. Like, if you want to elaborate, please do. Right. So I'm really trying to keep an open mind. But the point of what I'm sharing with you right now is that in the past, when I started this business back in 2004, 2005, when I was getting things going, and even as I started to create some really great results, 6-figure results in my business, et cetera, these things used to distract me, because I wasn't as confident as I am now. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Even though I was creating results, I just wasn't in a position where I just knew what I was doing. I felt like an imposter, and I didn't understand any processes or systems. And sometimes, even though I was creating great results, I didn't really understand how I could do that, or how I could duplicate that. I understand the broad mechanics of it. I understand like how something happened, but I also didn't understand it from like how I could duplicate it, replicate it, and sustain it long term, because that's what this business requires and needs to be for us. And I remember just being very overwhelmed and confused, and losing focus, and going down paths, because I wanted to do more, do better, be more consistent. Because even though I was creating some great income, I had really big highs, and then I had very lows, dollar wise. So it's like, you can have some great months, and then you can have several low months. And it's just like, I just wanted more consistency, and I wanted to understand it better. And I would look into things, but then I also found when I looked into things, I would get more confused. And to be quite honest with you, back, 2015, 15 years ago, when I was in the first 5 years of my business, there wasn't a fraction as much as of the marketing that I see now. And what I want to bring to you today mainly is, I'm not saying ignore everything, but just understand where your direction is, understand where your focus is, understand your daily activity, and understand what's missing and where your focus is right now. Like, if you're like, I need to understand marketing. Okay, great. Then if you're going to look for help, because I'm a big advocate of looking for help, this is what I do, obviously, as a professional, helping coaches transition to full time. But understand, like, a component of your business, a segment of your business that you require some help with. If you are understanding like email marketing, like, look into that and learn that, but don't get distracted and get focused on it. If you want to understand marketing, like, okay, what about marketing? What elements of marketing are you challenged with? You need to learn how to sell better. How do you learn how to sell? Find that person, right? There are people out there, like, this is what I do, obviously, right? So if it's myself or somebody else, but find someone that you like, someone that you can trust. Stay focused. Put the blinders on, and release the distraction of everything that's coming your way. And if I always go back to what I teach here is I teach the fundamentals. And the reason I teach fundamentals is because it grounds you in elements that are going to be true across the board. And whatever other of these strategies are coming your way, if we don't understand, practice, demonstrate, and begin to master fundamentals of our business, presentation skills, selling skill sets, of components of that, following up, creating conversations, opening up conversations, right? Having basic systems and structures to taking people through a process, basic tracking systems that we don't have to pay money for, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, or, Google Docs, etc., for tracking and monitoring, our clients as we start to get them, simple systems to track income, expenses, right? So all the fundamentals of business, but not overcomplicating things, not, having all these expenses and all these programs and softwares that confuse us and take our time and put us into a big category of time called administrative time, which is us behind the scenes doing things that anything but getting out and creating conversations and networking and relationship building and meeting people and building value with people and growing our network and delivering education and value on a daily basis. And it's just like, oh, we're just going to get into all these hacks and these secrets and these ninja moves. And it's just like, try this. It's a new thing. It's like, no, if you whittle it all down, what are the fundamentals of what they're offering you? Begin to master that. Begin to practice doing some of these things. And that's my message for you today is stay focused. Take a deep breath and put the blinders on and know what your next task is. Where are the gaps? How do you figure out a gap by getting better at that? And take your time. Yes, I want to earn income because I hate my job and I want to get out of this and I want to change that and I got to earn money because, and all that stuff. I get that, but take care of yourself financially. Find a way where you can begin to do this business for the first 3 years and not have to worry about money and not have to worry about getting income in and where the next paychecks or where the next client's going to come from. So you're not stressed out financially. So you can take your time and build this appropriately and authentically and with ease and joy, so you can have fun doing this, because all that's going to translate out energetically with the things you do, or it's going to keep you behind the scenes, beating yourself up, being non-compassionate and going in circles and paralyzing yourself and having all of the limiting beliefs inside of your head that are holding you back, and all these fears and all these energy blocks that are just going to wind you up into a ball, and you're not going to get any results. And you're going to wonder why, and you're going to get pissed off and frustrated, and then you're going to quit. It's not going to work for you. Stay focused, stay calm, breathe, put the blinders on. And if you're going to find somebody or something to help you, which is vitally important, it's the number one thing I would suggest, and I can attribute to my success. It's the people that have helped me and still help me along the way. And then when you get that person or people, put the blinders on, listen to them, trust them. If you believe that I'm that person for you and you feel like I can help you, I would love the opportunity to connect and learn more about what you're looking to create and how I can help you moving forward. Visit my website, sellingcoaching.com. Fill out the form at the bottom of the Work With Me page. I will follow up with you. We can create a relaxed conversation and decide where to go from there. Until then, stay focused. Take care.